Hey guys, Dale Walker at Whole Shop Performance. Well, you probably watched my last movie maybe on Ratzuki, getting my license out there at the track. I had a little surging going on, top of third, fourth, and fifth gear. Anyway, this video, I'm going to get it on the dyno, and I'm going to check fuel delivery, taking a video of the float bowls, which is really interesting. And also we're going to watch the dash. I'm going to do second through fifth gear pulls. May have to short shift a little bit because I already did some and the thing starts frying the tire. Second, short shift it sometimes and then on. Not really worried about power, we're just trying to see if we can duplicate the surging problem on the dyno. So I'll do pulls with and without the body work on. I already did a test on the petcock. I already had the guzzler valve on it and pulled the lines, put 2 lines on it down into a container, the race fuel. It had to empty this whole backbone in 14 seconds. The thing flows like crazy. So anyway, added a little green LED on the dash, so look for that when it's in gear. That means my electric shifter that's on the side of the shift drum, an old version I used to make years ago, is getting a good contact. It has to have a ground to keep the ignition alive. So in case that was breaking up or causing a problem, I put an LED on the dash, a little green one. So when it's in gear, then I arm the shifter. That should be staying on. Okay, so anyway, we're going to do 2 things. I'm going to show just a video of the monitor of the computer screen, kind of get an idea on the gearing where I'm at, and some other stuff, air fuel, then the air fuel on the dash. They're a little different because the probe from the dyno pokes way in past the air, O2 sensor that's in the pipe. But anyway, let's get started, and then I'll kind of go over a little more in the end. And kind of similar thing. So let's get started and enjoy it. I think you will. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit after the video. guys, it's Dale Walker at Whole Shot. Well, I got Ratzuki back on the dyno since we ran it for my licensing passes. If you saw that video, it was breaking up. Sometimes the top at third, but mostly fourth and fifth gear, like nosing over. More of a surge than an electrical miss. It's kind of funny. So anyway, everybody says, oh, body, no airbox, no problem, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I know most guys can run it like that or do. So I checked my electric shifter. I put a little LED light on the dash that you saw. When it's in gear, it has to have a good contact on the shift drum. And as you can see, the green light in the videos I just showed you is solid. Other than when it shifts, it kills the motor. So anyway, the motor sounded beautiful. I made, I don't know, 2 more pulls shifting it up through the gears. One I twisted at about 11.2, I think, and it went, if you saw the speed, it hit 178, 179. Man, it's a huge difference when you only turn about 400 RPM. So anyway, then what I did is I got a new guzzler valve on here, and I got a huge, that's my vent, and you tell me that's not breathing? It's 3/16, quarter-inch hose, 3/16 holding cap, and a guzzler valve. So I took the hoses off, ran them into a pan, and turned the thing on, and the whole tube of the frame drains in about 14 seconds. You could probably run a small black Chevy on that, just normal. Did it 2 or 3 times, and then so what I did, as you saw, for the first time, it's pretty interesting, I stuck the camera, another camera, right at the float bowl. And I'm sure it's foaming up in there and cavitating, but as you can see, if you watch that a few times, it's kind of dipping and then filling and dipping, and you watch the hoses, it's filling up, pretty cool. But now those bowls are not getting starved. Now, who knows? Maybe it needs the bigger bowls. According to Paul Gass, he says 96 or 7 out of 100 bikes run the plastic bowls. So, and I had them on here before that ran pretty fast, so I don't think that's the problem. So, now we get down to my little panels I made right here. Can you see those in there, Kurt? Panel? My panels. I made those as a cleanup thing, and just not to have the air come across the carburetors. So, my only thing, it runs too good on here, and the air feels good, it's not starving for fuel. You know, I just don't believe the bike is sound right now. It should be hauling ass down the track. That's just normally aspirated, and I have C16 in it, which is a crappy normally aspirated fuel. You know, it's way too cold or whatever. It's 120 octane, but hey, the air feels still okay. It runs in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out my rivets. It's going to look like crap. I'm going to get some little button heads or something, and I'm going to be able to bolt those plates on my panels there. And this coming weekend at the track there, they have an actual ET race, Division 7 race, but I'll just make some time runs. So I'm going to go, nothing's really changed other than I made one little adjustment on the shifter, a little bit on the rotating of the plate. So I'm going to try making a pass. It's probably going to do the exact same thing, so really haven't changed anything. And then I'm going to try taking those panels off to see what the hell it does. Only thing I can think of. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of interesting, and neat to see it on the screen and everything. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and maybe hit the notification and give me a thumbs up, and also comment. Thanks, guys. See you at the track, or I'll see you next time here. Hey guys, it's Dale. So this is the day after the dyno. Well, you saw the little ending when I went over everything that we did and blah, 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 and talking about the panels on the fairing body here. Not fairing, but body. So I got it in here, drilled out the rivets, pulled the panels off. Big old chunk here. It's all yellow and holes. It looked terrible. I decided to just get rid of them. So basically I worked pretty much yesterday. Well, half the day, probably about 4 hours, 5 hours. and trimmed it all as nice as I could. Some of my tools are at my other property that I really needed, so I had to do a lot of this curvature in this area by hand. Then I decided to tape it off underneath the radius here and make it just black. So it's gone now, and yeah, with the panels on, the 1 and 4 carb bells were only about 1 inch from the panel, and you know, the air's rushing in here and it's going right between that carb bell and the panel. So just picture you know, hold a vacuum cleaner up in a vacuum a windowsill and put your hand next to it. It increases the velocity. I'm thinking that coming by there's a good chance it's messing with the outside 2 carburetors. Could be wrong, but they're gone now, so we'll go test it and we'll find out. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to take the bike out. But let's put it on the bike for the first time, see how it looks. Haven't even put it on the bike. I let it set all night dry. Okay, be right back. Hey guys, okay, here's the bike. Well, I think it looks pretty good on there. So, got clearance. Here they are. So, the body on each side is shaped differently right here. So the other one even was, the piece I had to cut out was about that big. But this used to be in there, like that. All right. There's the carburetor. See, we're only talking about 1.25 inches right there. And with the fairing on, you know, it's all coming right in here, of course, and just, but then that's right next to it. Right in this area of the engine here, after I made a pass one time, right this part on the case right here was discolored and a little wet puddle. So anyway, it sure looks better with this though, doesn't it? That's a lot of work what I did there. But anyway, it's gone now. I've got clearance now. So we're going to get it out to the track this weekend. I hope there's an ET race, and let's just see what happens. All right, I'll see you on the next video, man. Maybe some track footage. Take care. Bye.